All right, welcome back, True Seeker. Big upset in college basketball tonight. The team expected to win it all, Gonzaga. They lose in the Sweet 16 to the Arkansas Razorbacks. And pretty much what's normal for Gonzaga, they don't live up to the hype. And what I want to talk about is how the Gematria community again spotted that Gonzaga had a great shot to go down tonight, and there was great value with Arkansas. And again, if you're new here, Gematria, the language you must know to see how rigged and scripted sports are. And it wasn't just the numbers. There was a couple other signs that Arkansas had a great shot to upset tonight. You might have noticed that when they won their game in the round of 32, as soon as they won their game, I mean, like literally as soon as they won their game, breaking news, the top news story was a mass shooting in Arkansas, like clockwork. Arkansas wins, boom, mass shooting in Arkansas. And then another story that's been viral this past week and happened about the same time as the shooting was video emerged of two pigs fighting a bear and scaring a bear out of the pig pen. And of course, Razorbacks are pigs. And year after year, there are stories like this in the news that are indicative of what's going to happen in sports. You might recall the man who put the Florida Gator in the garbage can right before the big Gators upset. Anyway, Gematria. I've been at the Gonzaga campus teaching this multiple times. I'd say 1 out of 5 students gets it. The rest think it's all a coincidence, which is quite pathetic. It shows that even though these are some of the best students in the state, they're not that bright. Because if you think any of this stuff's a coincidence, you're on every single level. I mean, honestly, if you think this stuff's a coincidence, you're just a moron. But here's the 3 reasons that we thought Gonzaga would likely go down tonight. Arkansas improved to 28-8. And notice Arkansas Razorbacks equals 288. Arkansas Razorbacks 288. They improved to 28-8 tonight. And how does Arkansas Razorbacks equal 288? When you run the alphabetic order in reverse. Again, Gematria is based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards with the rules of numerology. More importantly, Mark Few picked up his 129th loss tonight. And if you write out University of Arkansas Razorbacks and you use the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, it's 129. Interestingly enough, if you write out University of Arkansas, it's also 129 when you just run the alphabetic order in reverse with the rules of numerology. Mark Few just got his 129th career loss tonight. That's the Gonzaga coach. And in light of Arkansas getting to 28-8, it means they got their 28th win of the season. Gonzaga also has that Gematria 28. Remember, last year they lost to Baylor in the championship. Baylor 28. Baylor was in their first championship in 73 years. And again, college and pro sports, when you have this knowledge, you can see through how scripted the games are. And if you watched the game, I saw the final 10 minutes of the game. But just watching the final 10 minutes, you could see the way the officials were officiating. They were officiating in a very biased manner that was biased towards Arkansas, and again, that's the thing about sports officials. They're so inconsistent. They're so biased. It's so obvious. It's truly is a wonder how anyone cannot see through rig sports, college and pro. It's just blatantly obvious. And I saw through the rigging of sports on TV from the time I was a young child. I've known about this knowledge of Gematria since I was 30, and I'll be 39 later this year. But again and again, you learn the code, you see what's going on. And through this knowledge, we've taken advantage of a lot of rigged games in this March Madness tournament this year and in years prior. And we've always done very well at calling games before they happen. And that's why there's a legion of trolls that are paid full time to harass me 24/7, 365 and say, Zach never calls anything before it happens, which is just something that they spam in the comments everywhere in hopes that people don't find out that we do call it before it happens. I've been putting it out on Patreon before it happens for the last 3 years. But anyway, if people want to call in tonight, like the same people that hang around and troll 24/7, 365 and leave comments like Zach's a scammer, which is about the furthest thing from the truth there ever was in the history of the world. Again, what I really am is someone who's taught the world some of the most awesome knowledge there ever was at the cheapest price there ever was. I mean, we're in the going age of what? The average college tuition's around $20,000 a year right now. I charge $5 a month, which is $60 a year. And most people who learn from me say they learn more from me than they learned in all 4 years of college, plus all their high school, middle school, and elementary school. And again, there's a lot of people who said that. That's not my own marketing. That's just what a lot of people have said who've learned from me and what I'm teaching and the great body of work that I have that goes well beyond rig sports. And again, I mean, it's just like when you see something like this, an alignment like that in three ways, and a team's a nearly a 10-point dog, you know, you found a great game, you know? Um, one more time. If you write out University of Arkansas with the alphabetic order in reverse and numerology, it's 129. If you write it out with the nickname University of Arkansas Razorbacks, it's 129 with the alphabetic order and rules and numerology. Mark Few gets his 129th loss against Arkansas. And again, when you write out Arkansas Razorbacks, how they're most commonly called, 288, that's now their record, 28-8. And again, picking up the 28th win versus Gonzaga. We saw Baylor do this last year in the championship. Another year, you know, another consistent pattern. And you have to know all these ciphers to understand the totality of the riddles. The year that Gonzaga lost to North Carolina in the championship, we said before that tournament began, we only took one pick at the championship. It was North Carolina to beat Gonzaga, and the number was 71. North Carolina ended up beating Gonzaga with 71 points. And you see how Gonzaga is 71? So is Gonzaga Bulldogs, and so is Catholic. It's a Catholic Jesuit school. And when you write out March Madness, which is a Catholic Jesuit rigged system every year, it's 71. And the year that we had North Carolina beating Gonzaga, it was because the big news story is in the Carolinas, the bathroom bill, 71. The Lady Cocks won the women's tournament. That's the South Carolina Gamecocks, referred to as the Lady Cocks. They won after the bathroom bill argument. The same year North Carolina beat Gonzaga. And again, the Carolinas were rewarded in college basketball. In the NBA, they were punished. They lost the All-Star game, supposedly because of the bathroom bill, which was seen as bigoted towards transgender people. And don't even get me going on what's going on with the swimmer. If you've missed my work on that, you should go check it out because it's super important. But if you guys do want to be part of the show tonight, if you want to join the show, you can come on and share your Gematria story. You can advocate for my message. If you want to come on here and debate, you can come on and debate. If you want to come on here and argue that sports aren't rigged, I'll hear you out. I'll listen to you and hear your point of view, and then I'm pretty sure I'll be able to destroy your argument. But if you guys do want to be part of the show, email me right now, gematriaeffectsports.com. gematriaeffectsports.com. That's my email. gematriaeffectsports@gmail.com. I can't forget the @gmail.com. gematriaeffectsports@gmail.com. Send an email there. I will be looking for... Oh, shoot. I got the wrong thing on the screen. My fault. Hold on. My fault. I was trying to show you guys the Gematria, and I had it on the wrong screen. My bad. Okay, we're going to have to do it one more time. University of Arkansas, 129 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with the rules numerology. University of Arkansas Razorbacks, the full title. Alphabetic order forwards with numerology, also 129. Again, Mark Few gets his 129th loss tonight. And if you just take the Arkansas Razorbacks part, when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, it's 288, like they got to 28-8. And again, Gonzaga, 28, as they get their 28th win. And again, a big dog. So a lucrative riddle to understand. And again, these kind of riddles come. If you take this time to apply the knowledge to the sports games of the day, there's usually at least one game out there that looks really, really good. You know, you got veterans in the community like Victor doing the research. He's got his own Patreon now. He's going on really hot streaks, and he's looking for the best game every day. He's searching through all the games, trying to find the one that has all those big alignments and some value. And again, with this knowledge, if you have it, you can go out and do the same thing. This stuff's elementary, plus tools like this make it super easy. And don't forget it, my website, you guys, gematriaeffect.news. You go to my website and click on the calculator tab. It's a drop-down menu on your cell phone. There's the same calculator here with the same values. I mean, you type in the stuff here, it's going to be the exact same thing. University of Arkansas. You can see the 129 Razorbacks. 129. Arkansas Razorbacks 288. Gonzaga 28. It's going to be the same thing. It's the same calculator. Just looks a little bit different. But down below there, you can download the offline calculators for your cell phone, Apple or Android. Totally free to download. Nothing you got to do. Just click the download button and use the software. And do understand there are some other tools. If you click, it'll tell you something about the number properties. 71, the 20th prime, so tell you if it's a square number or Fibonacci number or triangular number. Again, if you're trying to learn your number relationships. But yeah, it's just the Arkansas shooting. Again, news that broke as soon as they won in the round of 32, a sign that there's something going on with Arkansas. And then just the story about the two pigs defend against a bear, and with Russia going on, and Russia's symbolized by the bear. Anyway, St. Petersburg, the old capital of Russia, St. Peter's, the story of the tournament, starts their winning streak on St. Patrick's Day. Again, Catholic Jesuit. But yeah, if you guys want to join the stream, let me see. So far, nobody has written in. So the critics and trolls who are always standing by and post in 5 seconds doesn't look like they're signing up yet to come on into debate. I'm sure they'll gladly make a video with speaking to themselves in their echo chamber. But again, for all the trolls that hang around 24/7, 365 and just leave nothing but bullshit posts, again, why not come on tonight? The floor is yours. You can come on here. You don't even have to show your face. We can just hear your voice. Maybe you don't want to put your face out there. You don't want to get embarrassed. But again, the email to join, gematriaeffectsports@gmail.com. And yeah, thought it would be fun if we could get some callers, some debaters. So, just a reminder about something that happened right before the tournament. Remember, the day before the tournament began, one of the big news stories was a golf team from New Mexico was killed in a fatal car accident on a Texas interstate. It was the University of the Southwest. They said 9 died, 9 people. And we looked at that right away and we said, man, so the school's from New Mexico. You got New Mexico State playing in the West bracket. And then you got 9 seeds in the South and the West. Again, it's the University of the Southwest from New Mexico. We said, okay, 9 seed Memphis has a great riddle to beat Boise State, the 8th seed. And 9 seed TCU has a great riddle to beat 8 seed Seton Hall. Texas Christian University. It was a Christian university that crashed in Texas from New Mexico. But just from that story, understanding that the news is rigged and scripted, nothing but bullshit, synced up with the rigged sports, because it's all part of one big Jesuit network and agenda. Those were 3 big winners all in the first round. And, New Mexico was a 12 seed. So they upset, what was it? University of Connecticut, a 5 seed. And, again, just this knowledge, so helpful. We saw St. Peter's had a really great riddle to win in the second round over Murray State. Murray State coach picked up his 67th loss on the 19th, 67, the 19th prime. Again, the same stuff we teach year in and year out. Gematria, prime number relationships. And, yeah, it looks like so far nobody wants to join the show. But anyway, we might not have any joiners tonight. Hold on, since I had up the wrong slide when I was trying to tell you guys about memory lane with Gonzaga. Again, just to go back in time, it's still my favorite sports riddle ever. Gonzaga's 71, Gonzaga Bulldogs 71, Catholic 71, March Madness 71, Bathroom Bill 71. UNC beats Gonzaga with 71 points in the championship in a year where we saw it was going to be Gonzaga over the Jesuits, or the North Carolina over the Jesuit school, and it would be all about 71. Lo and behold, it's dead on, and the winning score is 71. And on top of that, again, just them saying congratulations to the Lady Cocks as they won the women's tournament, and most people not seeing the way we're being mocked, Again, if you don't think these people are into dick jokes, just to show you it's more than sports, maybe you haven't heard me show you this news story from the 54th day of the year. On the 54th day of the year, the FDA approved 54 sizes of anal condoms. Okay, on the 54th day of the year, 54 sizes of anal condoms. And it was Courtney Lias at the FDA who gave us the news, and knows how her name's 54 like Jesuit order. 54 and 72, forwards and backwards like Jesuit order. They said men age 18 to 54 participated in the experiment. And again, the Jesuit logo is the sun. Sun is 18 to 54. IHS for Jesus Hominum Salvator is 18. And again, 54 different sizes of condoms approved. And out of the 252 men in the experiment, notice 252 men, right? Notice how that goes with the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, the story of the town overrun with homosexuality that gets destroyed by fire from the sky. And again, notice the Jesuit logo when you turn it upside down. It is shit. The Catholic Church is known for being up in everybody's ass. They got the world literally eating shit, watching shit, believing in shit, watching shit sports games with the shittiest officiating there ever was in the history of the world, and people are still thinking it's legit. I mean, it's truly pathetic. They have the world shoveling shit into their mouth, you know, while they stick all 54 of their various dick sizes up your ass. And again, I'm pretty sure the paid for gang of trolls that just hang around my Patreon and my page and talk shit all day and just spam bullshit all day, I'm pretty sure that they're this same, you know, ass plundering gang. But here, let's see if any of them decided that they wanted to come on and debate. Man, still nobody. Well, we don't have anyone who wants to join the stream tonight. That's okay. That's okay. So anyway, I guess it speaks volumes that the trolls that just hang around and post 24/7, 365 don't want to get on here and say anything. But congrats to the winners. We can keep it short and sweet. Again, if you're the guy out there that thinks sports aren't rigged, well, just keep lubing your ass up, buddy. You know, I know there's even some women that are really into their sports that can't get it through their head either. But same to you, sis. And unfortunately, you know, my nephew. You know, I know he's a big Gonzaga fan. We're out here in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of Gonzaga fans out here, so I'm sure he's upset right now. His mom tells him not to listen to his uncle. She says his uncle's a madman. If he would have listened to his uncle, he would have had his hopes tempered. But let me check one more time to see if we have anybody that wants to debate. Man, nobody. Well, that's too bad. All right, I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't need to go on and on. The point is made. Congrats to the winners. Thank you to people who support the work. And again, supporting my work, most of my supporters, you know, they make a nice big fat paycheck at the end of the year that comes out way more than their annual $60 investment at $5 a month. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Again, congrats to the winners. Trolls, thanks for exposing what you are once again. Ballless cowards. You'd never come on here and debate because you know you get smoked. Till next time, Truth Seeker. Oh, hold on. Before I go, this is streaming on Gematria Effect News 24. I'm not going to post anymore on Gematria Effect News 24 after this video. Well, I might post one more just saying why I'm not posting on the channel. That channel has 2 strikes. It's 1 strike away from being deleted. That's what I'm doing now. When I get 2 strikes, I'm moving on to the next news channel so as not to get the channel completely terminated, because once you get the 3rd strike, they delete everything on the channel, every video, every post. It's all gone. It's like the channel never existed. So Gematria Effect News 25 is the new news channel, and Gematria Effect News 24 is effectively retired. I could end up going back to it in the future if the 2 strikes clear. If you go 3 months without getting any strikes, the 2 strikes will go away, and then you start over like you have 0 strikes. But historically, you know, I'd keep posting on a channel once my 2-week suspension was over after the 2nd strike. And then eventually the 3rd strike would come and the whole channel would be gone. So I'm just getting smarter as I get older. I'm like, okay, when I got the 2 strikes, I just need to move on and create the next channel. That way the work won't get flushed down the YouTube toilet. But yeah, Gematria Effect News 24, not posting there. So make sure you're signed up for Gematria Effect News 25. And If you search for it and it doesn't come up, use the sort by feature and sort by latest post, then it'll come up. That's the trick on YouTube if you're searching for something. You know what? Here, let me just go over that right now. Let me pull up the YouTube window here real quick. Okay. So, whoops. Okay. So when you go to YouTube, it's been this way for pretty much 4 years now. If I search Gematria effect news and I'll just say Arkansas. If I search that, well, it's live streaming, so it did come up right now. But so if it wasn't live streaming, it wouldn't show up. And what would show up is a lot of just mainstream news stories and not what you're looking for. But the way to get around that is in the filters. You go to upload date. Okay, it didn't work. But here, if you filter by upload date, it normally should work. So the latest thing I posted on Gematria Effect News 25 was Putin and the Tiger. If you guys missed that today, NATO's meeting about what to do about Vladimir Putin and Russia. And then breaking in the news is Putin the Tiger dies. And of course, this happens on a Thursday. And again, the Thursday is named after Jupiter, the tiger stripe planet. We're in the year of the tiger and all the tiger stuff that's been going on over the years with Putin. Supposedly in 2014, he let go of 3 wild tigers and they caused mayhem. They raided somebody's farm. They were eating animals in the wilderness. So Putin the Tiger has been a narrative for almost 10 years. Well, it's been actually really longer than that. If you go back to his 56th birthday, the international headline was that he got a tiger. Vladimir Putin got a tiger for his 56th birthday. And again, I guess since we're on Gematria Effect Sports, I don't know if I've talked about this on this channel, but I'll show you what they did with Super Bowl 56, where the Tiger team lost to the Rams, coached by Sean McVay, whose fiancé is from Ukraine, whose colors are gold and blue like the Ukrainian flag. But here, I just want you to see again how the world of sports and news is all synced up, how they got these rituals so perfect. So Biden announced that he was going to the NATO meeting today on the Idza March, which equals 56, like Society of Jesus, like Brussels, where it is in Brussels, Belgium. But here's the thing. March 24th is the 83rd day of the year. You guys probably heard there's a fire at the Broncos Stadium today. Remember, Colorado equals 83, football 83, Russell 83. Russell just got traded. Russell Wilson just got traded to Colorado on March 8th. The date written 8/3 or 3/8. Colorado's 83 and 38. It's the 38th state. The Seahawks beat the Broncos in their 38th season in the Super Bowl. That was Super Bowl 48, where Seahawks is 48. It was the 94th NFL season, where Seattle, Washington's 94, where Denver's 94. But anyway, we're in Aries right now, which is the Ram on the 83rd day of the year. We're in Aries, the Ram, the god of war. Aries equals 83. On the 83rd day of the year, the NATO meeting happens right after the Los Angeles Rams 83 wins Super Bowl 56. And again, the coach's fiance just happens to be Ukrainian. Right? Football's 83. And again, Putin got his tiger for a pet when he was 56. It's right after Super Bowl 56 in the year of the tiger, where the Bengal Tigers lose to the Rams. The first touchdown of the game scored by the LSU Tiger, Odell Beckham. The oldest man on the field was the veteran who played the majority of his career at the Bengals and finished with the Rams, Whitworth, the lineman, who's also an LSU Tiger. But again, you guys, from news to sports, you can see how it's all scripted together. Not to mention, from the day they announced the meeting date, it was 30 days after the Super Bowl, and there's 30 members in NATO, and the Soviet Union fell 30 years ago. Remember the shooting of the Ukrainian woman on the set of Rust by Alec Baldwin? Rust, Russia, church shooting scene, the church being behind all this. But Rust equals 30, Ukrainian woman. 30 years from the fall of the Soviet Union, this happens. Christmas 91, the Soviet Union falls. Mikhail Gorbachev turns 91, all of this pops off. He was the last leader of the Soviet Union. But 30 members in NATO, 30 days after the Super Bowl, they set the meeting date for the 83rd day of the year. You see how this works? Because it's all rigged. It's all scripted. There's nothing sovereign about the United States of America. It's always been the Jesuit New World Order nation from the beginning. That's why there's 56 signers on the Declaration of Independence, one of the biggest Jesuit numbers there is. But again, I mean, you just look around. You look around at pro sports. Look at how many of these athletes went to Catholic and Jesuit high schools or colleges. It's so disproportionate. Look at the basketball tournament. Every year, it's dominated by Catholic and Jesuit teams. The first ever March Madness in '85, the Catholic school Villanova over the Jesuit school Georgetown. So, and just with regards to the same numbers everywhere, let's go back to John Stockton since we're talking about Gonzaga. I want you to see John Stockton the day he got short shamed on Georgetown's birthday. Supposedly he didn't wear his coronavirus mask, and look at how they got to picture John Stockton between chairs 5 and 6. Right, Jordan picked up his 5th and 6th rings over Stockton. Again, the NBA has always been controlled by these Jesuits. Here's Jordan. Jordan's 5th and 6th rings, 97 and 98 over the Utah Jazz. And did I not put it in here? Well, I here. I guess I didn't. I've shown the screenshot a million times. In the most pure cipher, you guys, the most pure cipher, 56 has been the number of coronavirus. Coronavirus is 56. COVID vaccine is 56. Anthony Fauci, the face of the pandemic, is 56. Remember the toilet paper shortage at the beginning? Toilet paper is 56. Mind control is 56. Fratelli Tutti is Pope Francis's encyclical about what to do about coronavirus and climate change. Fratelli Tutti is 56. Climate change is 56. Paris, France, where the climate accords were agreed to, where the Jesuits are from. The first Jesuit pope's Pope Francis. Paris, France, 56. The Jesuit stronghold in this nation, Washington, D.C., 56. You got Gavin Newsom, when you run it in reverse, Gavin Newsom's 56, who said in 8 weeks, which is 56 days, 56% of California will get coronavirus. There's other things I'm forgetting. Regeneron, the expensive get well beverage for coronavirus. Regeneron, 56. There's like what is the new one? COVID Shield or something? Is that in reverse? It's in reverse. COVID Shield, another treatment for COVID, and that's in the same cipher where Gavin Newsom's 56. There's even more. I mean, they've just gone nuts with the 56 rituals in the UK. They're reading the 56-page winter plan for what to do about coronavirus. But Gonzaga this year went 26-3 in the regular season, like 263 the 56 prime. So hold on, let's just try one more time in case somebody stepped up. Let me see. Did anybody want to come on here and debate if sports are rigged? Maybe there just is no debate. Yeah, still nobody signed up. When I do the Sunday night show, everybody signs up, but nobody wanted to come here on and debate, so that's okay. Anyway, congrats to the winners, you guys. Again, learn Gematria. Stop falling for the show. From the rig sports to the rig politics to the rig news, it's all part of the show. Day in and day out, it needs to be exposed. It needs to be stopped. The same people who rig your March Madness tournament are the same people who rig your elections and your news. It's the Society of Jesus. They're the same ones that have scared you from the time you've been born with the hellfire and all that. Again, these people are all about fear and bullshit. Religion is bullshit. Government's bullshit. Rig sports are bullshit. And realize none of this stuff has to be bullshit. I grew up loving sports, playing sports, like a lot of us. Playing the games isn't bullshit. It's good exercise. You can learn to be a good teammate. You can learn to excel at something. You can learn to be a good loser. You can learn to be a good sport. You can learn to be a good person all on a sports field. It's not that the sports themselves are bullshit. It's that watching rig sports is bullshit. And if you're watching TV and sports games on those TV, where nearly all of them are games that you can bet on, you're watching rigged bullshit sports. Always. I know a lot of you can't get it through your heads, but they're using technology to ensure outcomes. It's pretty obvious. And then the refs are always there too, to make sure that things stay on script. Johnny Depp with the super chat. He says, how about Italy being knocked out of the World Cup, playing in Palmero and lose in the last minute to a goal scored by an ex-Palmero North Macedonia player? Well, that's the narrative right there. Again, I don't follow international football, but that is very interesting. And again, player switches teams and comes back to avenge. So, Yeah, international football. Again, there's a lot of people in the world who are learning the decoding. International community who are doing the football. We just had Script unveiled on the Sunday night show. He's doing international football. Um, there's a man I almost want to give a shout out to. He does a pretty good job, but there's just some red flags going up with him. He has a serious honesty problem, and again, until I see that ironed out, I can't promote him. But in time, if he fixes that, he is making a good effort and doing good work. But there's something very wrong with the honesty with the gentleman I'm talking about, and that's because he learned from me, and then he spent 2 or 3 months making a bunch of videos saying I was a shill, but then he apologized. But then he reached out to me and I told him a bunch of stuff. And then he went on and bragged about these awesome discoveries he made, which he didn't make. He talked to me for 30 minutes and he just reshared what I shared with him. And I thought, wow, he's calling this the greatest research ever. And he's saying, look at what I found. And I'm just like, dude, I just gave you all that in the conversation we just had because you reached out to apologize to me. Looks like really you were just fishing for more information. So anyway, I see stuff like this. It just makes me go, I don't know if I want to support somebody like this. I mean, I do want more people doing the work, but anyway, I'll shout out Script Unveiled because doing great work and not starting false rumors. But thank you, Johnny Depp, for the donation, and thank you also for you know doing the work, helping get the word out there. Appreciate it, man. So, by the way, in the description of all of my videos, you guys, you can download my ebooks now for free. Letters and Numbers and Number Games. A lot of the knowledge is right in there. You can, if you want to learn this knowledge, I've made it free in all sorts of ways to learn it. Paying $5 a month for the Patreon, you get to hear me go over the sports games and see how I do it. But again, for people who don't want to pay $5, for people who can't afford $5, that's why I made a ton of my content free to download, and it's all there to be researched and understood. So anyhow, we'll leave it there for now. Have a good rest of your evening or your day if you're in that other part of the world. And until next time, Truth Seeker.